Okay, Soy, let's take a look at your UX case study. Cool. I'm going to share my screen and let me know if you can see it. Yes, I can see it. Nice. So this is my latest case study. It's a project about helping people to wake up during winter time. On step one, we did user research. We reached out to 5 people and asked them what trouble they ran into to wake up in winter. And then on step two, we analyzed the user pain points by creating a persona and user journey map. On step three, we did other things such as I guess I should pause here and see what questions you might have for me. Hello? Are you still with me? Ah, yes. Yeah, I'm listening. Sorry, the internet connection was not good. That's why I turned off my camera. I don't have any questions. Please continue. Okay. Actually, I got a behind the scenes story to share with you. Oh, behind the scenes stories. What's that? Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm happy to see you here. My name is Soy, and I'm a UX designer at Google. Storytelling is a powerful tool for UX designers. As human beings, we love stories, and stories come in all shapes and forms. Children love fairy tales, adults love gossip and news. Everybody loves a conclusion to a good workplace drama or romantic exploit, whether or not it is fiction or facts. When presenting UX case studies, you don't want your audiences to fall asleep like the interviewer we saw just now. So I'm going to share tips on how to skillfully tell stories to convey ideas, captivate people, bring products and apps popularity and recognitions, and to make them as memorable as possible. The tech job market is tough, and I'm here to help. I'm giving away free UX case study consultations in 6 of my videos. You just need to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below to let me know that you are interested in getting this free UX consultation. I'm doing hand-holding tutorials on building a UX portfolio from scratch in the 6 most important things to include in your UX portfolio series. In my last 3 videos, I share tips for writing effective UX problem statements that would help curate a good story, effective design process of building successful products, and best practice of presenting your final design solutions to emphasize your greatest strengths. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to tell a good story in a case study to engage your audiences. And I'll talk about the other 2 portfolio key components and the best strategy to create a stellar case study in my following videos. On my channel, I am dedicated to all things about UX job interviews and product designs. I'm also offering one-on-one coaching to help you nail your next job interviews. If you want to get more interview advice, do mock interviews, or just talk about career development in general, feel free to use the link down below to book a session with me. I would like to introduce a story mountain model to talk about what's essential for storytelling. The first is exposition. You would want to set context and provide background information for your audiences, and then you would want your audiences to know the thing they care most about, which is the problem you're trying to solve. So step 2 is to communicate the problem statement. And then the story comes to a climax. You would want your audience to know how much users are suffering when the problem is not solved. Usually in fiction and movies, the more dramatic user sufferings are, the more exciting the plot can be. In a good story, problems cannot remain unsolved. We need a hero to overcome challenges to save our users, and you are that hero. As designers, we're responsible for taking steps to solve user problems, and this is the following action step. And everything needs a conclusion. Your audiences are curious to find out what the end results are. Did you solve the problem successfully? How successful was the project? So last but not least, you would want to communicate the end results to your audiences to fulfill their curiosity and to end the story on a high note. You start out at the bottom left of the story mountain to establish your users and the setting. You introduce the users and add additional details about the user group if they're relevant to your story. I'm going to use a mentee's case studies as an example to do a deep dive on the story mountain model. As an audience, to look for background, I would jump straight to the background section because it says background. When reading about the background, I would want to know what's the product about, who are the target audiences, and why do we need this product.
In the background section, I see descriptions of objectives, which are to retain new users attracted during Timu's brand promotion period and to improve the existing experience. But if I'm not familiar with the Timu product, I might have trouble figuring out what exactly does the product do and who are the target audiences.
So I would recommend to include brief descriptions of products and users. You don't have to add a lot of details about the personas yet. It's sufficient to provide some context of the product and the users to help your audiences understand the problems you are trying to solve. You work your way up the mountain to communicate the problems users face. As UX designers, our mission is to solve user problems.
That's why in my previous video that talks about how to write a good problem statement, I iterated the importance of having a clear problem statement. A good problem statement is essentially the core of storytelling. To find problem statements, I would refer to the objectives and research questions here. But the research questions read a little bit like follow-up questions that you would like to break down from a core problem statement. And the objective only highlighted the business goals, not what the user problems to solve. Might want to take one step further and think about, yes, we do want to retain new users in the onboarding flow. Why is the user churn rate so high during onboarding? To find out the root cause.
Identifying the user pain points and then adding them to the goals is going to help you compose a good problem statement. An example here could be, we're trying to solve a problem of reducing users' confusion during onboarding and to retain new users as much as possible. You hit the top of the mountain, a turning point that shows how the problem has affected your users. You want your audiences to pay attention to user feedbacks and to the bugs in your products, so you could show an unsatisfactory, disappointing customer experience.
I would expand the user pain point section to learn more about how users were affected. By the way, I think the pain point section is a little bit hidden and not everyone would know to click to expand the section to read more. I would recommend showing the key user pain points upfront using a storytelling technique. I think all the key user pain points are listed here, but I think there are opportunities for improvement to present the pain points in an engaging way.
For example, we could use some visuals to communicate what exactly are the user pain points, where in the user flow the users get stuck, and what difficulties did they encounter. Or you could give your user a name and then describe the user pain points in a storytelling narrative. The user pain points list here actually exists in the end-to-end user journey. So what you could do is to quickly walk through the end-to-end user flow while highlighting the user pain points they encounter along their way to communicate user pain points with your audiences. You head down the mountain, showing steps you've taken to solve the problems. Here, you would want to show the steps that you have taken to deliver the final solutions. You can expand on your design process and talk about what steps you have taken to deliver the final solutions.
Because this is a UXR case study, I would look for information about the process in the methodology and analysis section. I previously made a video to talk about the holistic UX design process. So if you're interested in learning more about the UX design process, feel free to check out this video.
Every story has an ending, and most of the audiences loves to see happy ending. So don't forget to include the impact of your design in the end. And even if your project didn't get launched, no worries at all. There are still workarounds to demonstrate your contributions and to demonstrate that you have forward-looking mindset.
Check out my last video to learn more about how to show design impact and results, and what to do if your project is not launched or just a passion project.
So this is everything I would like to share with you all today. Thank you so much for watching. If you think this video is helpful, please give it a thumb up. If you have any questions or topics you're interested in, feel free to comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.